what they hear, negative visuals they see. Platforms that you give seem like all there is to be. Media betrays teens as a life not to live. It's a negative. Over and over again.
Real now my time to speak out on the TLT Squid Show. We hold the lights, the words, the sounds. We want the world to know
that we're not all locked up in shock belts without a glimpse of us shall be.
And on the contrary, full of life and style.
Stay tuned and you'll see.
All right, let's give it up for the Renaissance M-Wham Band, doing a fantastic job. My name is Mr. Harris. I'm the host for the TLT Squared Show, and I want to welcome all of you to the show tonight. Before we go through the rest of the show, I first want to give you guys a little bit of information about the Renaissance Education, Music, and Sports Program. Check out this real short infomercial.
My name is Bervin Harris, Executive Director of Renaissance Education, Music, and Sports Program, located here in the Bronx. Our mission is to impact young individuals, to give them something positive to offer society, and we do that through education, music, and sports. When we started, 67% of our schools, our public schools, don't have music programs. Now it's up to 72%. I found it to be quite alarming and almost like robbery to our young people. When I went to school, we had things like pottery classes, home economics, you name it, we pretty much had it, all different types of sports. And now we've pretty much kind of taken those things away. So now when a child is failing academically, we never ask the question as to why. We just give them another class. So you're failing math class, we'll give them 2 math classes. We used to have a sign in the front of the building that says the street ends here. And so when they come in here, they know this is going to be a safe haven, a pleasant refuge, and more importantly, there are people who really care about their development. We really want to see our young people become law-abiding citizens with something positive to offer, not just to society, but the world.
Because in this community, a lot of people think teens are always doing the negative stuff. Because a lot of my outside friends, I tell them, hey, come and take music classes. They'll give you SAT prep for free, stuff like that. We also, for the kids that like to play basketball, we have come down every Friday and just play ball, Instead of being in the streets, we got something to do on Fridays.
But while they're coming through the doors, now we say, you know what, you also need to work on some social development skills and some etiquette and protocol. And more importantly, what are you thinking about going to school?
So it just gives you that kind of motivation, and it just gives you that great strength, like, yo, man, I know I'm doing something good for my community.
One of the organizations that's been very helpful in supporting Renaissance has been the Sick Oil Company. We want to thank them very much. And for the past year, they have been very, 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 very instrumental in helping us get a couple of new programs off the ground.
If it wasn't for the help that they give, it's like, where would we be? Where would Renaissance be? Where would all these teens be? Out in the streets? But no, look at us. We're having this great experience.
This program changed my life completely. If it wasn't for Renaissance EMS, I honestly don't know where I would be.
So when Sicko comes in and writes a check, that's more than just a thank you. We want to give Sicko a hug.
All right, we're back here in the studio. I hope you guys enjoyed that. A real short piece about the program. We'll be talking about the program throughout the show. Band, you got some more music for me? Let's give it up for the band.
Clap your hands, everybody. Come on, clap your hands, everybody. Hey. So we gotta stay tuned, 'cause there's more to see. Unbreakable. Through the technical difficulties. Unbreakable. We might have to take a break, but y'all know we'll be back next week. I'm saying this love is unbreakable. So we gotta stay tuned, 'cause there's more to see. Unbreakable. Through the technical difficulties. Unbreakable. We might have to take a break, but y'all know we'll be back next week. I'm saying this love is unbreakable.
Renaissance Education, Music, and Sports Program.
located at 3485 3rd Avenue, right here in the Bronx.
Which features programs such as dance for beginner to intermediate in varying styles.
Then again, you don't want to miss out on the basketball program that starts for toddlers at the age of 2 on Friday nights. And if you think you got your game right, come be a part of our traveling team.
Our mentoring program provides support and guidance for our youth through the maturation process, from young adults to adulthood.
We have a great tutoring program that offers SAT prep, as well as homework help. Our music classes are second to none, where we offer piano, drums, guitar, bass guitar, vocal lessons,
and an intro to music class for our toddlers, including our junior and senior bands.
And our latest creation, which is the TLT Squared Show, which is what you're viewing right now, Teens Live to Tape. How awesome is this program? A great opportunity to show our teens and our young people and our families in a positive light.
What's up, you guys? This is Josh. I'm a part of the Renaissance EMS Senior Band, and I actually want you to check out these next couple of clips that are coming up to see the talent that have come through to the Renaissance Center. Check it out.
Cause there's a side of you that I never knew. There's a fire starting in my heart. And hey now, hey now, hey now. There be no clear skies.
I look up into the night sky. See 1,000.
What if I subtract the rules from the system?
In your eyes, I know I'll find that. My Redeemer lives.
It's a new style. Everybody, 1, 2, ready? I say line and.
I wanna see what's on the other side.
You know what? It's that rock.
Nobody put you down. Keep your head up and feet planted to the ground.
Yes, sir.
I wanna see what's on the other side. Fly over the rainbow. I wanna see what's on the other side.
What would you say is the single greatest thing about your experience working at Renaissance?
Say that one more time? I'm sorry, the band.
What's your favorite thing about working at Renaissance?
My favorite thing about Renaissance is just the whole atmosphere of just music, production, and then as we speak now, how you just hear the music playing, it's like it gets you amped, it gets you energized, so it's like, it just makes me get all crazy and stuff. But it's just also the people, you know, everybody treats you like family, everybody's just cool people here. It's a great environment, and at the same time, we're trying to be good for the community. You can't beat that. You can't beat performing, doing acting, production, all that kind of stuff, having people that love you like a family, and then you're doing good for your community. You can't beat that.
Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better.
All right. I'm sitting here in our TLT Squared living room with a lovely guest. Can you introduce yourselves to our audience, please?
My name is Sydney.
And I'm Simone.
All right, welcome again to TLT Squared living room. Are you guys enjoying the show so far?
Yes, I am.
I am as well.
And what's your name, sweetie?
Sydney.
Sydney. You told me that before, didn't you? All right, I wasn't listening. What school do you go to, Sydney?
James Charles Fox School, CS 150.
All right, what grade are you in?
Third.
All right. Mom, can you tell me, in your opinion, why do you think this is a great idea? I think this is an awesome idea with the show we're doing, but I want to hear from a parent. Why do you think this is kind of needed?
I think this show is an excellent idea because a lot of times you see teens doing negative things. Everything on the news about teens is negative, and this is a show that's highlighting positive things about teens.
Very good. I like that. What do you think about what Mommy said?
I think it's an excellent statement.
And I do too. I think it was an excellent statement. Let's give a hand for our family. Come on, band, take it away.
That's a payment, it's out there. I break the rules, so I don't care. Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight. We're gonna run this town tonight. We're gonna run this town tonight.
How you guys doing? So, my name is Chichi. I'm from right here from the Bronx. You know, I live right there by the projects. This is TLT Square Show. It's my time to shine. So this is my time to do me. But I'm so mad because these people only want to give me 30 seconds. They think they fancy with their little cameras and their little cup stands with a speaker box. Like, how you going to give me a speaker box to hold my cup? How cheap is that? Like, where's my little table? How you doing, Bobby? You feel me? But anyways, let me start talking about myself. You know, I'm from the projects. I live right here in 169. Everybody always know where to find me, right? Because I'm living in Project F. So if you want to come find me, you know, you come right here down to the Bronx. I'm in the projects. I'm always looking for the cute boys with their sagging pants, you know. I mean...
Chichi, what's the word of wisdom for today?
The word of wisdom, let me see. So, if you guys don't have a car, you know, you don't have a whip, or you don't got your mommy driving you around, because sometimes my mom got to drive me around, but it's because I don't have a car. I don't got that much money. You know, I'm mid-class, but I don't have a lot of money. That's it. So what I do is, when you go to the bus, you know, you wait for everybody to go to the front, and I just hop in the back of the bus. That's the way to save money. If you want to get on a train, you wait till the cops is not looking. If they're not there, you just hop the turf out. So you save yourself a lot of money, so you can buy yourself some fancy little purse. So if you want to make money, all you got to do is hop the train and hop the bus. That's it.
Chichi views are not supported by TLT Squared or Renaissance EMS.
How we doing, TLT Squared? We're standing here with a gentleman by the name of Sir Shadow, who just blessed these hallways. I'm gonna let you guys see a little bit later with his artwork. He is truly a talent to marvel after, in my opinion. I just want to ask him a couple questions, introduce you guys to him and his work. Good afternoon, Sir Shadow. How are you?
I'm great.
All right. How long you been painting, brother?
I just started today. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Every day is a new... It's only one big day. I just have to say, I just started today. I don't really paint. I'm a doctor, and this is my medication for my patients.
Mm-hmm. Well, we thank you for that beauty that you've brought to the world. Tell us where you're from.
I always say I'm from the universe, just passing through planet Earth, because that's... I must stay in my zone. I ain't from nowhere and everywhere.
Mm-hmm. I understand you just started painting today, but for all of those out there, whether you're doing music or you're painting, what kind of advice can you give to our young people?
I say my art, it really is drama turned inside out. I take drama and flip it into something positive. Because we all going to have drama in our life. We all going to have some ups and some downs, but don't let life find you still on the ground. We all going to get knocked down sometimes, but that's on them. But if you stay down, that's on you.
Mm-hmm. Very good. I have a saying that I use also, and it says, success happens when opportunity meets preparation.
Right.
But I like that piece also very much. Where can we find some of your work?
Yeah, well, you can look on my website, SirShallow.com. That'll take you through my doors, many doors I've seen it. And from store to restaurants, all around the place. I'm here and there and nowhere, so...
Well, we thank you for coming to Renaissance EMS, Education, Music, and Sports Program. And when you guys are in the neighborhood, you have to come see some of his artwork that is on the wall. You're going to see a little bit of it later in the show. But thank you again for coming out and joining us. We appreciate you.
in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love, is heavy on my mind. Come on. But then I look at you, and the words alright with me. Yeah. So just wanna look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. A lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, and someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. Come on, come on. But then I look at you, and the words alright with me. Yeah. So just wanna look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. A lovely day. Lovely day, lovely day. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. A lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. A lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. A lovely day.
All right, welcome back again to TLT Squared Show. I'm really excited about the two guests we have here today. Our two guests are going to be Mr. Harris and Mr. Q, the founders and co-founders and executive directors and teachers and coaches and maintenance guys, you name it, they do it, of this wonderful organization. Without further ado, let's give it up for Mr. Harris and Mr. Q.
Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you're saying it right now. Your tears got me hoping you're saying it right now. Looking so pretty in love. Got me looking so busy. Oh, I'm looking so pretty in love. Got me looking.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for coming out and being a part of the show. Tell us where you're from and how long you've been in social service.
I'm from Springfield Gardens in Queens, New York. And I've been in the social service game now for going on 28 years.
Springfield Garden, that sounds like a really nice place. Like that's in heaven or something like that. Where's Springfield Garden?
Just make a right.
That's in Queens, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's funny. That's funny. So, okay, so I get it. So why the Bronx? Why the Bronx? He actually got me involved in the Bronx. I mean, I was coming out of the music industry many years ago and wanted to do something different. And Mr. Q was telling me about coming on out and actually to do track, to coach track. And I went from coaching track to coaching basketball to now, running the organization here. But more importantly, I just think the Bronx is underserved. And the Bronx could use a lot of the services in which that we offer. It's the poorest congressional district in the country. 72% of our kids don't have music programs, and a lot of our schools don't have sporting events and stuff like that. So I think what Renaissance is bringing to the Bronx is a real good thing. Let me ask you a question then. Why work with young people?
I think it's a calling, definitely. Both my parents being pastors, I've always heard that terminology, calling. And for the first time that I worked in a summer camp, I knew at 11 years old that was it.
You guys have a lot of great programs here. Everybody's got a favorite, It's like asking a parent, what's your favorite child? So don't tell me that all of the programs are your favorite. And we'll start with you, Mr. Harris. What is your favorite program and why? I'll take that first. Okay, great. I gotta say right now, I have many. It's like asking a parent, you know, like who's your favorite child, like you said earlier. But right now, I guess I'm close and dear to this piece right here, TLT Squared Show, the program that you're doing. I really want to see this kind of come to life. I do think that there's no voice for teens. I think there's no platform for our young people to show the positive lights and the things that they can do and become. So I'm really excited to see where this show can go and what it can do and how it can really exalt the community. Okay? And Mr. Q, tell me, what is your favorite program and why?
My favorite part of the program, this has always been hard because music and sports has always been the push-pull for me. Ever since high school, being in the orchestra and being in the basketball team, the nights I had games, there was orchestra, concerts and stuff like that. So it's hard for me to say one or the other. I mean, if you had to put a basketball in my head, I'd say basketball.
In your head or in your
You
hand?
got that right. I think, like what Burr said is right. I think that kids aren't given a voice. And I think that I always felt like I was helping them to find their voice and to be a voice for them until they can have their own voice.
This interview has been fantastic. It's wonderful to know we have fantastic individuals, or as you often say, ordinary people doing some extraordinary things. And it's happening right here in the Bronx. What more can we expect from Renaissance EMS?
I think we can expect another, 30 years of giving youth and families in the community that energy that they need so that they can be successful. When I first got into this, I had this big dream of making sure that every kid, from the inner city, gets the love and the nurturing and stuff that they need, and that has not died yet. So it's still my passion, and we're going to make sure that we see it through.
Mm. I don't know, man. I like to see us to continue to run quality service programming. I like to see us to be able to bring the community together more. I believe that every block should know who their police officer is, should know who their elected officials are. Parents should walk by the center and be like, hey, this is a Renaissance program. This is a program that's doing services for our community. I like to see us have that small village approach, and that's one of the things we want to be able to try to do here is have art shows and fashion shows and just whatever kind of show we can kind of think of. We have a beautiful facility here. We like to be able to maximize it to really bring the community together and really run some quality services for the community. All right, we want to thank Harris and Q, the founders of Renaissance EMS, for coming out being our first guest. Come on, band, let's go.
You remind me of a girl that I once knew. See her face whenever I look at you. You won't believe all of the things she put me through. And this is why I just can't get with you. You remind me of a girl that I once knew. See her face whenever I look at you. Won't believe all of the things she put me through. And this is why I just can't get with you.
All right, we're sitting back here with our in-studio guests in our living room. Did you guys enjoy the show today?
Yes, I did.
All right, what about you, Mom?
Yes, I enjoyed the show.
What part did you enjoy the most?
Chichi.
You like Chichi, huh? What about you, Mom?
I enjoyed the tour of the building. I learned quite a few things that I didn't know about the program, and I'm happy that my child is a part of Renaissance EMS.
Fantastic. So you heard it. If you want to get your kids involved, come check us out. And I want to thank you guys for being a part of this show. All right, I'll see you all next week.